Welcome, everybody. It's Survival Saturday. Today we'll be talking about actually gas mask is the task. That is ready. Hey. Hello.
Ben, how are you?
How's it going?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mamba. Hi, Koi. How's your weekend going?
Everything's going good. Going good.
Good,
And
good,
yours?
good. It was such a busy week. Oh, my gosh.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's getting better. How
Yeah.
are you?
Ready. We got a special guest today, Dale Ray Dan. Be coming in.
Nice. Hi, baby. Hi, Gunslinger.
Yeah. Let's see.
How's your weekend, everybody? Everybody's doing good?
Yeah.
Hi, Hot Tub. Peanut, I
Yeah.
hope you're feeling better. You and the whole family.
Yeah. Peanut. Hey, man. Glad you can come in. Yeah, Hot Tub Tony.
Yep.
Like it was said, Mamba Tactical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi, Lady Love.
what's going on? We got Poindexter. See if
Yeah.
he's gonna come through.
You spoke to Dan?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. So okay, let me start.
Hi, Big Fish. That was a
Start.
great giveaway, Big Fish. Congratulations to Hot
Oh,
Tub on the
yeah.
win. And
Oh, yeah.
Zach. Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
was good. Okay. Why do you need gas mask or respirator? What do you think on
Survive.
that?
So
Breathing.
many reasons why you would need it. Yeah.
Yeah, breathing is one thing because
Right.
it doesn't last about 2 minutes to breathe.
Right.
Without it. And
Mm-hmm.
looking at a lot of things that's going on, and I look at reasons we need gas masks and respirators are for breathing, fires in a building, a home, making
Right.
sure things like natural disasters like earthquake, tornadoes, debris in the air, you know, hazardous chemicals, and riot deterrents like tear gas, no
Mm-hmm.
sea spray.
Yeah. Do you have a gas mask?
Oh yes.
Good. How many people in the chat have gas masks? Just put a one in the chat. Nobody?
Nobody
Hi,
else?
Janelle.
What?
Nobody has a gas mask? Just put a one in the chat. Big Fish, good job. Thank you. Me feel better. I was a little nervous just now.
Okay, those want to come in. The link is up.
Two people, Lady Love. Excellent job. I'm not surprised. Only two people. Black Point Dexter, three. I'm feeling a lot better, guys. I'm feeling a lot better. Need a better one? Yeah. There's a lot of great ones out now.
Yeah, that's
Excuse
true.
me. Okay. So three people.
Okay.
So In the event, for people, I'm sorry, in the event something happens, whether it's a riot, whether it's a chemical, biological, whichever one, a lot of us are not going to survive that.
That's true.
You know,
That's so true.
$2 little Corona mask is not going to work. It's better than nothing, but it's still not going to work.
Yeah. And to tell
Hi.
the difference in a respirator and a gas mask, a respirator is inexpensive, and that's for your basic fumes and stuff like that you can purchase. Your gas mask is basically for when stuff hits the fan, and you really need something that deters, protects you.
Right. So, um, this is my gas mask. This is an NBC gas mask. It's NATO SGE 403. It's a military grade,
Yeah.
40 miller. I'm sorry, 4 mm. And this is my filter. I'm sorry if I can't get it in the camera. Right?
Canister. Yeah.
My canister. This is a great one. It was worth the $300 that I paid for it. It's in small, so I think if you have kids, it would actually fit, even though they have ones for kids. I just think this is a great one. It does a lot. It's for a lot of different uses. The seal right here is amazing. Once it gets on your face, you get a really good seal with it. It also has a compartment right here, a portal. If you need to drink something, a straw from your camel pack or anything like that. It also has 3 different ports. Where am I? Okay, 3 different ports for your canister, which is here and on the sides. So if you're utilizing a rifle, whether you're left-handed, right-handed dominant, you can switch to either side and still be able to use your rifle whilst you're with it.
Yes. And also you have an adapter that can go in the front as a speaker to talk through.
Right. It's also inside it and on the inside, but I don't know. It's dark, so you can't see it, but you can talk really well through this as well. The glass is plastic. Actually, it's shatterproof. Really good if you're going to be in a riot situation and you have to fight.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is have this break or crack that it just messes up the whole situation for you. It extends really well on the tabs. It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So when you get a seal, when you pull the tabs, which is at the temples, the chin area, and on the sides, it gives you a really good seal. It's worth the investment. I just smudged it, but it's scratch resistant as well. Worth $300. Saves your life in any particular situation. You can use it for just about anything. So it's kind of multi-purpose, universal. I got this off of eBay. I think the price went down maybe $50.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also another version to this, which it has another apparatus right here, so you don't even have to open this and put your straw through. It just does it from the outside, which I have to get because once you open this, it leaves an opening straight inside.
Yeah.
Right. See, it gives you
pretty good.
It gives you great vision on the side peripherals with this particular one. I don't know about some other ones. It kind of blocks your vision on the side. So you want to look for a gas mask that gives you visibility pretty much all around.
Okay.
So and you can identify if you're with a team, a partner, whatever the case may be, you can identify each other pretty much just by looking through here. Some of them it's hard, especially the ones that just show your eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to know who's friendly and who's not friendly. So with this,
and it's fall-proof rated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The $300, it's worth it. If you can't breathe, you can't do anything. So it's really important that you get those things. This added to your bug out bag.
Yeah.
Or just even in your car, you never know when something goes crazy, and you just need to strap this on, fire, anything like that.
Yeah, most definitely, I'd like to let people know too. They also have filters for the COVID virus to fight. You know, make sure you get the right filters that's multi-purpose,
Mm-hmm.
long-term shelf life.
Ex-
Hey, we got somebody coming in. Who is this? Hello.
Yo, yo, yo. How's everybody doing? Sorry,
All right.
sorry,
All
sorry.
right.
We got Oliver here, my grandson. I got granddad duty today, so
Oh,
we're
okay.
doing that.
All
How's
good.
everybody
All
doing?
good.
Have a question. Since I only have gas masks for adults in our house, do they make gas masks for little ones like this,
yes.
this one right here?
They do.
And
Yes.
how do they fit? What kind of acting
Um,
smells?
So the gas masks for children, especially a baby, they're more like the bag style.
Okay.
Put it over, and then depending on the build of the child, because some kids are bigger than the other, you
Mm,
can get something like this, or still maintain with the bag style, just sliding it over, putting it on, and letting them. I'm trying to wait till Black Point. I mean, not Black Point Dexter, Delray Dam, because he had some child
Yeah.
okay.
gas masks to show you
Very
the
good.
that's out there.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely something that you need for the babies, right?
Exactly, because if we get into a situation, if we have to bug out,
Yeah,
and you have all I have is a adult or a teenage size mask, that's going to be a situation,
yeah.
to where you don't want them exposed. You have to give up yours, but how do you get that to fit, or what can you do in the interim? So that was like one of my questions. Right? Did you have a question? You say hi. You say hi. That's Ben shooting. That's Carbon Cube. So we got to say hi.
Hey.
So yeah, we got Oliver here for today. So yeah, that was like my question on today. So
Oh,
go ahead
okay.
and drop, and I'm gonna be watching from on the sideline.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So it's right.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
Awesome. This particular one you can use. Well, I'm sorry. The filter, the canister that I have, you can use on pretty much. Let's rewind. This one you can use pretty much any canister on there. For peanut, this is the NBC gas mask, the NATO SGE 403.
Hmm.
I'll DM it to you if you want, and where I got it from eBay. So you can go through. They have different ones on there, so you can pick which one you want. And I do believe that particular company does have them for kids, so you can actually look through and find out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also, oh, thank you, Santee. Also, that let everybody know that the filter you have has a 20-year shelf life.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it does depend on which filter you get. When I bought this a year ago, it was a fresh stack, and it expires in 2027.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this one, it depends on what you get it for. I do believe the expiration date on some of them. I'm sorry. So this canister, just give me 1 second.
Okay, let's see. Here's a question that Poindexter asked.
Mm-hmm.
Have common attachment.
No, mine didn't come with any attachments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. The sides screw off to keep them. I don't know if you can see, just the portals. They kind of screw off so you can attach the canister to whatever side you need to attach it to, here, there, or there. When you're getting a gas mask, make sure you get replacements, which are, I don't know if you can see. Let me pull it out. Hold on. These little things right here, those are your filters. So you want to get replacements for those in case you need to use the gas mask over again, because if you don't, they kind of dry rot a little bit. And without this, the gas mask is pretty much useless. So
Yes.
get some replacements so that your gas mask is always functional whenever you use it. This particular gas mask has them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It uses 5 filters. So you just want to have those in case you need them, and you're gonna need them. So just grab those. Sorry. So this canister is good for biological agents, viruses, bacteria, molds, spores, fungus, enzymes, and a couple other things, vapors, gases like chlorine, hydrosulfide, hydrogen cyanide, acid gases, sulfuric dioxide, hydrogen chloride, and so much more. So I particularly like this one. And this is the multi-purpose NBC military grade 40 mm NATO filter.
Got you.
Yeah, you can get these on Amazon or you can get it on eBay. They usually come in a plastic container, or you can get the metal container, depending on you. Plastic is lighter when you're attaching it to your gas mask.
And so they are mil spec rated for high impact plastic. So
yes.
Don't worry.
I don't know if you can see the writing on the going all the way around. The instructions in here. I didn't want to open this one because once you open it, you kind of leave it to the elements. So I wanted to leave it in its in the shrink wrappage, just in case when I need to use it, it's fresh, ready to go. But other than that, yeah, this is the instructions that it comes with. Breaks down everything for you. I prefer these. It covers so many things. You can use this in riot, biological, just about anything that's going to go down. You have this canister, you're pretty much good instead of changing out filters left and right. Yeah. This is pretty much the one for me. It's also good with toxic industrial chemicals, toxic industrial materials.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Yeah, it's the top of the line there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and those who are looking for another one, also the alternative to that is the Metzel 40 millimeter NATO gas mask. That's the filters that you can look for also.
Yeah.
You know, and, the ones. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just make sure you get one. I think the ones for fire is different from all of these. So make sure you get, when you grab a gas mask, get some filters for fire. That's like a whole different ball game right there. Hi RGG. Hi Pimp.
Yeah.
Hi Zach. Hi everybody. And that's that. Yeah. Are you guys gonna get gas mask? Is anybody planning to get a gas mask?
There should be some others out there with gas masks.
Hi Tub Tony, I'm surprised at you.
I guess a few people.
Smith, I'm surprised at you too.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, Canada has that wildfire that's been going on for a couple months now. Also in California, they have those wildfires. Mamba Tactical, get your gas mask, which produce fumes that travel further out. You're gonna need these things just in case. You should definitely have one. Have a few, especially if your family's big and you have to evacuate. Even getting to the car, you have 3 minutes of air.
Yeah, and Pimp name Sir Slickback. Recommendations that you find a local area that has firefighting retardant gear and clothing and stuff like that. You can find those stores near you.
Yeah. eBay is great. You can look on there and find so many different variations of it, so many different sizes. Some people say be careful with eBay. Sometimes you don't get what you're supposed to get, but I kind of did get what I got. So just look at the place that you're buying it from, distributor, and let me see, who did I get this from? So I got this from the NBC Gas Mask Co., which is Homeland Security Superstore, serving law enforcement first responders since 2001. So they pretty much have a good reputation when I did go through the line. And I haven't seen any complaints as far as reviews regarding them. It came really fast in the mail, and pretty much that's what you kind of want, to get it and just have it.
Yeah. That's best to have it and then have without.
Right.
You don't have no worries.
And when you get it, put it on. See what if you've never wore a gas mask like $2 just said, you want to put it on. You want to walk around with it a little bit. So if you're claustrophobic or if you have asthma, you want to just acclimate yourself to it and just the feeling of feeling closed in, because it does give you that kind of feeling. And if something is going down, your adrenaline is pumping, you're going to have a little hard time breathing regardless. So it's always smart to calm yourself down and then move forward move forward with whatever it is you have to do, whether it's evacuating or getting out of a building or going in to get somebody. Hi, Delray Dan.
What's going on, Delray Dan? Post the link right down here for you to come on in.
Tour covering even. Yes, Black Poindexter. I have Axu. Benjamin, I think you were looking for those.
What's that?
The whole suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the whole suit. Some of them are inexpensive, maybe like $50-$40 for the least expensive ones, and then you can get ones that are a little bit more expensive that come with the boots, the gloves, the whole kit and caboodle for any type of chemical release into the ear. You kind of just want to cover all the bodily parts.
Yeah, and make sure people, when you get those suits, make sure your allergies and what type of have, because some of those suits that you get can cause irritation due to the plastics and how long they've been shelf life. For those suits, you want a new one. You don't want to go to a Mills Army Navy store or mom and pop. You want to really make sure you pay for the value of these suits and masks also.
All right. Delray Dan had mentioned before, Halloween is a great time to purchase bug out items because a lot of people buy them for props for Halloween, and because they want to look official, they actually get the real deal stuff and then they resell it for such a cheap price. So what is it? I think it's OfferUp, eBay. I forgot the other one that he told me what it was, but when he gets in here, he can tell you about it. But yeah. Try to get your stuff. Is there any questions about the gas mask? Anything that you want to know?
Do we have any more questions?
Yeah. If you wear glasses, you definitely want to try to put your glasses on with your gas mask to make sure that you can see and it's not comfortable. Or you could pay a lot of money and get your shield in the vision of your glasses, the strength or whatever it is that you need to seal. It costs money, but it's up to you. You want to do that?
Like me, you can get the brackets also. They have some that have bracket holders, depending on the size and the frame of your glasses. You want to check that from. Yeah, that is a good question. You can check an optic place for that and see what it is. I would say anybody that feel comfortable, just go to your local firefighting station.
Yeah. $2 no. It comes in all different sizes. I think what is it? Small to extra large. Some might even go to extra large. That's a special one. But at the end of the day, yeah, they expand. They open real wide. What you want to do is just have a good seal on your eyes, nose, and mouth. So once this seal covers, I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to show it to you. Once this inner seal covers those important parts, that's what you want. If your head can't fit in these straps, I don't know. Again, some people can do it with beards and get a really good seal. Some people can't. So, try it on with a beard, try it on without a beard if you do, or just cut your beard down and just see what gives you a good seal so you know how to utilize your gas mask. The name of this store is on eBay.
And Zach, we have explained different types of filters, where there are two different types that you really want to look at. You want to look at the Metzel 40mm NATO, that fights class 3 rating for nuclear radiation, OC spray, your pepper spray mace, your chemical biological CBR type filters, and then you also like Carbon Q was talking about the MIRA NBC 77, and that's the multi-gas 40 millimeter cartridge, the one she held up, and it provides a 20-year shelf life, and it's compatible with basically all masks, and it's related filter known for fighting all neuroagents, biological, chemical, and radiation.
I'm just typing the name in of the place that I got it from. Yes.
Okay, and I'm dropping in the link to come in.
Hi, AAF.
Hey, welcome, AAF. That's Gun and a Hookah.
Let's see.
So we're dropping the link again.
Yeah.
Come in.
You know, when you clean your gas mask, you don't want to use anything that has an alcohol base on it. You just want to use soap and water to wash it out, let it air dry by itself, and then continue to use it after that. Do not use anything with alcohol or harsh chemicals, because again, it's silicone over here. Sometimes your straps are rubber. You don't want it to start eating away at those particular things. The shield actually has a ballistic impact to a certain degree. I'm sorry, I forgot to find out what it was, but to a degree it does have that, which is great if you're going to be running, gunning, and trying to get out at the same time. You might have to fight some people. That's good to know that it's not going to break. I don't know.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's worth the $300 to me. Hey, guys, how you doing?
All right.
How's everything? That's great.
Good. I'm stopping through to say what's up. I'm listening to you guys. What talking about Seaborn NBC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll be great in this. You should know a lot of this stuff.
I know some, but you got this on the control, man. So I'll drop a little bit here and there, but I'm not a SME by any imagination. I just know a little bit about my military stuff.
Yeah.
Gunslinger, pimp, Zach.
Big fish, little boat. Those suits that you're talking about, it varies.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it from the right company and it's under mil spec and OSHA safety regulated.
Not the mission-oriented protective posture suit. Don't get that old school stuff, man.
Yeah.
Gunslinger, what up?
Some of those suits have a shelf life. You just don't want to be irritating you while you're trying to protect yourself from an irritant.
Right.
With the respirators, it only covers half your face.
Yeah.
I prefer to pay the money for this. It covers your eyes, your nose, everything that you need to get covered. Respirators are great, but now you have to buy money for goggles. You got to buy money for everything else. You might as well just put the $300 into something that you can utilize on different. And it's one thing instead of grabbing this, that, and the other. You have one thing. I mean, if you're going to get these, that's great. Everyday use. What is the N95? Of course, because you need it. But invest in these, invest in that. To me, those two are my choices to invest in. The N95, whatever your thoughts on wearing masks or not wearing masks, you're still going to need them to get into certain places or be around people. So not to draw attention to yourself, because unjabbed people are being targeted at this point. You kind of just want to blend in, which goes with the gray man theory. Don't make yourself a target. Don't leave yourself out there open for somebody to say, hey, they're not wearing a mask, so let's get at them. So you want to get in, you want to get out, so just have a few and keep it pushing.
The mask ain't that bad.
Yeah.
People out there.
If you can't wear this, you have a problem. If you can't wear these, you're gonna have a problem with this.
Exactly. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, definitely. So like walk around your house with this. Walk around. I think this you can wear this. What was it? I do believe it's was it, let me not say because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, but quite a long time you can wear that with that particular canister.
Yeah, that canister can last up to 30 minutes to an hour over, depending on the area, depending on the agents and chemicals, nuclear, depending on what you're dealing with. It has this, time.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear it all. It's an all day thing. You can really wear that thing. You have to train yourself.
Right.
Breathe in it.
You can sleep in that thing too, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have to, because if it's airborne and you're bugging out, you're out in the world. The last thing you want to do is take that off and go to sleep. You might not wake up.
Yeah, Black Poindexter, they do have prescription holders for your glasses that's built inside. You just hook them up over the nose guard, and you can buy those. Not the whole entire lens now. I think they've changed that. It depends on what company, but you can get a lens cap filter. Let me see. This is what you're talking about here. Here's the mask, and that goes over it. Now, prescription-wise, I don't know about that, but I know there's an insert.
I got the insert.
The insert right over the nose part, if you can see right here.
Mm-hmm.
It goes over and it holds your, it's like a cross, and it holds your lens of your glasses.
Yeah.
Do they make child-size mop suits?
Yeah, but make sure you test that with your glasses on.
The whole family.
You really don't want to fog up.
Yeah. So they have masks out there. They have the older ones with just the two eyes are visible.
M17, M45, M42.
Yeah.
With your peripherals, you can't see anything, So yeah, it's good for the price. It'll probably get the job done, but you can't see, especially if it's a riot type situation, where you're running and gunning. You can only see straight ahead, and that's what you don't want to do. You want to be able to see all around, or when you turn your head to be able to see what's going on at the side of you, in front of you, and so forth. So to me, it's worth the investment. To breathe, see, and keep pushing, yeah, definitely worth that.
And the one that Carbon Q has, that's Mira, MIRA.
Yeah, it's the NBC gas mask, NATO SGE 403. And the cartridge is the multi-purpose SGE 403 gas. I'm sorry. It's the military grade 40 NBC filter. Yeah. Which covers so many things.
That has the longest shelf life also. The one I was telling about, 20-year shelf life.
Yeah. They're pretty expensive. They're like, depending on where you get them from $80 to more. Hi, Delray. So yeah, but it's worth it to have it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Man, I am so sorry. The browser kept blocking me. I don't know why.
It's all good. It's all good. As long as you're here now.
There it is.
Hi, Carbon Q.
Hi, Delray. How are you?
Gun in the hookah.
What up, man?
Been shooting.
What's going on?
So I'm sorry, I probably missed most of the stuff I saw. Carbon Q. She already had a mask up.
Yeah.
A lot of people were asking about Black Poindexter's had a question about child size mask. Do you have one of those?
Yeah, I got one. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. So this is like a kid size. And I'll show you the regular size. Let me grab one of these other ones. So this would be regular size, and then this is the kids one.
It's so small.
Yeah, it's tiny. But the only problem with the little kids ones, you can't get any kind of if you want to hydrate, you can't get a hydration pack attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's doable. At the end, you ever see the ones that look like bags for the babies, where you kind of put them?
Oh yeah.
That right. So I think Black Poindexter was asking about that one.
Yeah, but make sure you get the 40. Let me see here. The filter. It should work on the big mask as well as the little kids mask.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I don't know why those.
So the 40 millimeter threaded. You gotta have the 40 millimeter thread. That's like the NATO version.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I was looking up. The point was that if you go to the MIR website, MIRA.com, MIRSafety.com, and they will have the one for the kids. Kind of looks like, if y'all can see it, it's the whole thing with the side pouch that he can carry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I sent you a couple of pictures of the hydration pack. Then I also sent one that has the 2 filters. So what it'll actually do is convert the carbon monoxide. It'll convert it into oxygen for a short period of time.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, send me that one, Delway.
I'll forward it to you.
Thank you. That's crazy. But other than that, so to you, both of you, Guns and Hookah, Delray Dan, how important are gas masks to your bug out kit bag?
Depends on the circumstances, right?
Okay.
It all depends on the it had to be like a straight. For me, it had to be a straight fallout. And I have to know that there's contaminants coming. You know, if it's like regular, like natural disasters or something like that, or it all depends on natural disaster. If it was like a volcanic eruption or something like that, but that's
right.
I know of in this area anyway. Unless Yellowstone blows up, then it won't really matter what mask you got, because we'll all pretty much be dead at this point. But like I said, it all varies on the circumstances. It could hit or miss. If you got it, bring it. I guess I could leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I learned something just trying to get the masks together, because I have masks everywhere. I got some at my folks' house. I got it at my brother's house, and I went to my brother's house. I was like, "Hey, where's the mask?" He's like, "Oh, I have no idea. The kids play with it." I'm like, "Where'd you put it?" So what I actually learned now is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like a Velcro strap and actually put it under the bed. So if there's anything that happens, if there's a fire that breaks out and you need to throw it on the kids and everything, you got all the masks right under the bed. You don't have to go in the safe. You don't have to look in the closet. Everything's just going to be strapped Velcro. So you just pop it off, put it on.
That's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
And I learned that just now, because I was looking for the mask at my brother's house, running around everywhere. And I'm like going crazy. I'm like, I know I got, 2 of them. And he had no idea where they were at, because they were just playing with them for a little bit. And then he got worried that they were going to like choke on them or whatever and suffocate. So he just put them away.
That's crazy.
But you gotta have a mask, because I mean, like I said, I know we're all preparing just in case. But my big thing is, like, if something really bad happens and people are going to start coming in, I mean, look what the cops use. They tear gas your ass and they smoke you out. So if somebody's going to rob you, I mean, I figure like I said, I've never done anything like that. But if I was going to go in and attack, I'm going to smoke you out or tear gas you out. And I'm just going to wait.
Yep.
Because your perimeter. I don't. So I just wait for you to come out.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people ever got hit with CN, CS, or OC. It's not pleasant either, having a gas mask and that's the regular thing that police, riot, anything, that's what they're going to shoot at you. So at the end of the day, if you never got hit with that, it's not pleasant. Yeah. And for some individuals, especially if you have respiratory issues, it will stop you in your tracks. You're going to be men down. just your eyes tearing up. You know, there's so many other things that's going to happen to you, your bodily functions, depending on who you are, even down to the medication that you think you take. It kind of interacts with that to a certain degree. A lot of people that take psychotropic medications, you not even supposed to utilize that on them. However, if you're in a riot situation, you're out in the streets, nobody's going to ask you that. But get hit with that, and it's an unpleasant time for a long time.
If you have a cold, you won't afterwards.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We can't stress enough for people also have your hair to a certain length when you put that mask on.
Yeah.
Right.
Please do. So when you shave and all that, it makes a big difference. When you cut that hair and shave that beard and round your mouth, it changes the whole environment of that mask.
Better seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Even though they did change something in a few law enforcement fields, different departments, that due to religious reasons that you can still wear it with the beard.
Yeah.
But that's why I said try it with the beard, try it without the beard, because what you want is a full seal against your face to protect your eyes, the mucus, nose, mouth, all of that. Once that's tainted with anything, you're going to be pretty much jacked up.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's true. I mean, you definitely could wear it with a beard and all stuff, and definitely for religious reasons. But if it's a real serious seaborne time, how quick do you want to meet your maker? Will determine. Is that even that beard that important?
Yeah.
Right.
You grow a beard back.
Yeah, exactly. Save your life first. Yeah, some of those chemical agents will make you defecate on sight.
Yep.
Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Or you will cough so bad that you will defecate.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
See,
Breathing part.
everything else
Nose
might
is snot in your mouth is. Ooh.
Oh yeah, remember that? It's not. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
CS gas. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not funny. I was in a riot and just the CS, I got hit with CS.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way to the hospital, they almost had to incubate me. Is that the right word? Right. And they had to stop the truck on the way because I inhaled so much of it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything just closed down. Yeah. So I'm telling you from experience, it's not nice.
I was saturated with it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was fighting and my thing came off. And
in the military, they make you go through it. You got to go through the gas, right?
You drop that thing in that little bucket. And
They say you got to see your name, rank, and serial number. Oh,
yeah.
And the first time I ever did it, I came out that joint. I passed out, man.
Yeah.
The next several years after that, it was just like, okay.
See people fill that thing up.
Oh my God, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
We had to do that yeah, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's different when you're like trying to breathe and can't breathe. That is not a joke. Yeah.
Well, do they do that in the States for the military? Because my dad, they made him run with the gas mask on, and they made him dig trenches with the gas mask on.
Well, yeah, that day when they do the gas mask training, they would tell you, some people, that you can go in there, eat a full meal, you want to eat light. I ate light. I was like, let me get some fluids because I want to make sure. And full stomach, you do not want to have gas. Yeah, that's something you don't want to be working on.
Man, look, you know it's real bad too. Before my platoon didn't get hit with it, but platoon before that went in, they smoked them. They gave them a smoke session. They got all sweaty, and you know your pores are wide open, so that gas, you feel it when you hit those pores, man. Cause man, it was funny as hell. But yeah, that stuff will beat you up, man. Just those gases. You can imagine if they get them, like if someone were to get a hold of some mustard gas or some RBA. You know, that stuff's nerve agents type stuff right there. That's a whole nother animal in itself. You know, so that stuff right there pretty much kill you. You get hit up for that. So,
did you guys talk about the filters already? What you need for the gas mask?
I just showed them this. Did you see what Jay Smith said? I don't know if you want to highlight that.
I can't see the comments on the comments.
I just showed them this one, the filter on the inside. Get replacements for it.
Yeah.
That's the only one my gas mask has right now or utilizes.
And I just sent you, Del Rey and Carbon, that website for the Child's.
Thank you.
Operator.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a bunch of stuff like everything I keep with my gas mask, like all these packs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys can see them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
just have enough for everybody in the family. I keep them with the gas mask at every house, so I bought enough for everybody.
Everybody.
And I saw Carbon had the one gas mask. I don't know if you guys talk about the pouches, like how to keep it in the pouch upside down.
No,
And
I
then when you
didn't.
pull it out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you just flip this over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then this has like a protective lens on it, and you can pop this off, so then scratch the other one.
Yeah, the mine's like that. Yep.
And then that's the water tube right there.
Too. Yep. Put it in, ready to rock.
For your canteen.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's definitely something you need, just because, like I said, even if there's a fire outside and you can't go, because my aunt, she lives in Oregon, close to Portland, and she couldn't go outside because there was so much smoke from all the fires burning.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you had a gas mask, you just throw it on, go to the car, take off, you can move around. But if you can't, you got to sit in your house the whole time.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, I forgot, we were talking about it, Dan, that part of the land that was supposed to fall into the water and actually create a tsunami.
Oh, the tsunami? Yep.
Like, something like that can create carbon monoxide that comes up from the water onto the land, and you'll start passing out. Like, the sheep, the farm, whatever, anything under a certain level, I think it only rises up to 4 feet from the ground, carbon monoxide.
I'm not sure how high it comes.
And gas.
Yeah, and yeah, you'll just knock right on out. So, like, all these different type of chemicals can come from anything, anywhere, at any point in time. You just want to be ready and have something in case it does.
The sulfite gas.
Yeah.
Coming from the volcanoes.
Right. And Yellowstone is not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bad.
That's why
goes up. We done.
Right. right.
Done. So,
yeah. And everybody's got to know their situation where they live, because I live in South Florida. So for me, if something happens, by the time I get out of Florida, when there's like hurricanes, both I-95 lanes go north. But I don't want to be stuck in that. That's a death trap for me. So I'll try to, hang out over here, but I got the water, so I go fishing. But that's another thing. I told my brother, I was like, we need to get like a small boat that we can go out on the water, fish, and come back. But then again, when I come back, I don't want people waiting for me to take my fish that I just caught, So then we got to have a team where we know with the radios, hey, listen, I'm heading back. I'm going to drop this off, and I'm going to load the boat up, but I'm not going to have anything in the boat. So if anybody comes up to me trying to grab the fish, hey, I'm empty. No luck today.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But I'm fortunate because I'm by the water, so I'm fortunate I could just go out 2 miles and fish and catch food. I mean, when you're hungry, you can eat whatever.
Right. Like Poindexter said, methane pockets. Yeah, definitely. But not just gases. Look at 9/11. Just debris from the buildings exploding. Gases from that as well. But that was some thick smoke that went very far. Exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's a building.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking a building, 1,200 feet tall.
Yeah. A lot of the people that went in, the rescue workers that went in, a lot of them are dying or passed away from respiratory illnesses that they receive from inhaling those things.
Yep.
And it's pretty bad. So at the end of the day, you want to just kind of protect yourself from that.
Yeah.
That building was built a long time ago, so the code.
They would. They had asbestos up in there.
Everywhere.
A lot of waste products,
lead,
and
steel, lead particles.
Oh, it was
a disaster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is you don't feel it right then. You feel it down the line, and now that's what you got. Yep.
It was like a couple years later they started getting really sick, and it was really sad to watch them.
The sad part to say this is the ones who immediately got crushed were the lucky ones, and that's sad to say that.
Yeah.
And just thinking about being bombed or something like that, like if you get the immediate impact, you're the lucky one. It's the ones who, like you said, years later, all the effects and dying slowly.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why. But that's why, like, if something does happen, because I mean, you can only prep so much, but you can't take everything with you. So that's why, I mean, I was telling Carbon Q, my next goal is to buy myself a truck, get rid of the Jeep, get a truck with a trailer, and then in the back have some beat up trailer, not a brand new one, not all fancy, all camo, tactical. Hell no, just some beat up one that nobody will mess with, and throw all my supplies in there. Because if I have to take off, I mean, then I can at least throw everything in the back and take that little trailer with me. Yeah. But you got to have a truck. You can't have, even if you have a car, I guess it just depends on your financial situation, but you got to get rid of stuff that you don't use and it's not going to make you money. And if you're going to prepare, I know to some people, they're like, oh man, I can't afford to spend $7,000, but you can go on OfferUp and spend $2,000. I'm sending Carbon Q all the time links for $2,000, $3,000, you know, store trailers in the back, and then just throw it in there, enclosed trailers.
Yeah.
And then you can meet up, but then you got to have a meetup spot. Where are you going to go? Oh, I'm going to get out of Florida. Where the hell are you going to go? There's no communication. You know, you got to have that one spot on the map where everybody can kind of meet up.
Yep. Yeah, you got to have that rally point.
I agree.
And you better have that password.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got to have that password.
Norwood, what up?
Black Point Dexter, I think it's considered essential gear. You know, you got to look at the times. Look at all last summer when riots were going on the street. It was a lot of gas being thrown around. There was a lot of stuff being on fire. If you can't navigate through that without a gas mask, then you're pretty much done. A lot of people were done because they didn't have gas masks. One side did, the other side didn't. So you always want to even up the odds. It's better to have it than not to have it. But anything that allows you to keep breathing, I think is essential.
Yeah. Otherwise you'll be asked out in no time.
Right. And especially if you're medically trained, if you can't breathe, you can't help anybody else. If you're the first line of defense for, let's just say, the bug out area, right? You can't breathe, you're no good. You can't see or breathe, you're no good. Now your defenses is down. They could just come right on in. I think it is an absolutely very important part of your bug out gear.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you sight and breath. Absolutely.
Because wearing that mask and hitting that march with that ruck on the back, walking and looking, making sure you keep an eye on somebody dropping. Oh,
yeah. And hazmat suits. I got a hazmat suit, but it's all in the bag. I didn't take it out because I have everything I get, things like that. I try to like seal the bag.
Yeah.
Because, and you can buy the sealers fairly cheap. I mean, you need it for food prepping, but buy the ones that you can adjust the bag. So you don't have to be limited to whatever bag they give you. So they have the one where you can actually almost go across and seal it. And that way I can at least put it aside for years. My other problem that I came into is if something happens to me, who the hell is going to do everything? Like, you got to leave instructions. You got to have protocols where if I go down, all the supplies are in here. Imagine you got everything in a closet. Let's say you can't get to it, so you got to have protocols where if this and this and this happens, at least you can give the information to the family. If not, loved ones or you know, I can say, hey, gun and hookah, bro. If you make it to South Florida, this is where the beacon is. That's where you need to go. That's the access code.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's a waste. All that food, everything is just going to be a waste. Can't get to it. That's the worst feeling in the world when you know it's there and you cannot access it.
It's crazy.
That's why when your team leave, when you head out, you know, some people, like they say, they want to be bugged in. You know, me, I can do either or, but because I plan a team, you know, of who I have around me of 5 people, and I set my 5 people unit 6 o'clock, making sure everything is there. When we go mobile, we go mobile. If something happens to me, then the other person takes over.
Yeah.
You know, you have to run those scenarios.
Talking about all this stuff is great, but we really need to do like a get together and actually go out into the woods, test our equipment, just get a feel for what it is. And
I think we should do a rock march just to start off there.
Yeah, that'd be great too. Like, just have a weekend, we meet up and just get everything, and that just works. That, not to get off the subject, but these bunkers, I mentioned it earlier. A lot of the rich people are buying the bunkers now, and it's becoming so expensive that the average individual can't even get it, down to the shipping containers that used to be really cheap. Alternative to making your own bunker, those have skyrocketed because I think they did 2 shows already where the elite are buying up all these things and they're going underground. So that is a red flag in itself for the everyday people to start getting ready.
And see, people don't realize those bunkers also, you got to learn, some of those bunkers are just decommissioned.
Right.
When you're buying something that it's got asbestos netting in the wall with the concrete, and you don't have a clue. You just see the word bunker, and you got a big metal door. That door has lead filtration on it, and the paint spilling. You know, they don't know.
Yep.
But people, we know. We know what we look at when we walk in. We start smelling the mold, smelling the dampness. Like, okay, this bunker is no good. Right. You know?
Sometimes it has oil. It was an oil container.
Yeah.
And you buy it, you got a light imaginary if you want to.
You're gonna be
funny. I don't know why I laugh at inappropriate things.
And then you got
your ass.
And what's so
true.
bad about it? I was watching something on cybersecurity, and I was watching it, and people are buying these modified septic tanks. It's like, dude, it's a septic tank.
Ew.
You're going down into a empty septic tank.
That's disgusting.
Must be out your goddamn mind.
Right.
They don't know that, man. They just know it's on the ground.
It's a death trap either way.
People buy stuff like. So I missed an opportunity a couple years back. There was an underground old missile launch in Nevada. The guy was asking $325,000. So I was trying to get people together. I was like, hey, listen, we can all pitch in, and maybe buy it. I mean, I know $325,000 is a lot of money, but it's an underground missile launch site, which was done properly. Man, nobody wanted to do it. My brother's like, so what are you going to buy it by yourself? And then you're going to live there alone? Like, who's going to help you out? And then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, that's true. That's why you always got to have, you can't be the lone wolf. You can be the lone wolf for a little while, but you got to have a team.
Yeah.
And then if you get something like that, like bunkers and stuff like that, you got to have certain situations where you have an agreement. So like if I do manage to get myself a bunker, and build it out and everything. And I tell people, certain individuals to come. Let's say, God forbid, somebody goes down, you got to have that password to get in, because otherwise, who's going to let you in? I'm going to shoot you point blank at that point when you come up to the door, because I don't know who you are.
Right.
But the bunkers Atlas, I think, is one of the top builders. Man, he's busy. And the people here in my area, and I can't go into detail for confidentiality agreements, but the rich people, dude, they have houses here on the water. I mean, they'll pay millions of dollars. But I'll tell you what, they have a bunker. They have a bunker that, they can't build here in Florida because Florida, above sea level so much, you can't go too far down. You hit water, basically. But they do have, Oklahoma, other places like that. They have places that they can just go and head out. They just got to make it there. You know,
and they have it where it's leveled. It's almost like a circle going down into the bottom, and they have different levels. They have the level where they have their plants growing, their vegetables. Then it's their living quarters, and then the other part is for whatever else. I forgot what it was, but there's a lot of places that they're already set up and ready to rock. Yeah, and that's going to be in their family forever long. Like, they don't even have to worry about it. So we really need to just get it together, at least have some place to go to and get it, I don't know. That's why I choose the bucket. Where are we going to go? Unless I have some place to go, I'd rather take my chances here.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta have at least, like I said, a beacon somewhere where you can go, at least in our little community. I call it little because other people, they network and everything, but you got to keep it small, because if it gets too big, it gets out of control. So if we got a little community and everybody knows this is where we're going to meet, at least, we all have a place to go for hope, because if shit hits the fan, and honestly, like, I hope it never does, but I don't think it will maybe in
In
the
our
next
culture.
2 years, 3 years, 5
Yeah.
years. But the way things are going, I can tell you, man, I came from a communist country. It's not good. And Bill Gates just bought the largest farmland. He's the largest farmland owner in America. Why? Dude, you're Bill Gates. You have so much money, you can buy islands. Why would you buy farmland? Like stuff like that triggers me because food is what everybody needs, food and water.
Yeah. And my fly family.
Man, I wish I could see everybody in the chat, but I can't. I don't know why this thing's not working that way.
Did you hit comments on the side?
I'm on my phone.
You don't have comments on the side? Can you see it from the comments?
Nope. I hit chat. Don't worry.
In comments, yeah. But Ben Shoot and I were looking at this place. What was it? $1 million? I think it was.
Yeah, it was
$1 million.
a type. It was, yeah.
Yeah, and we did the math. So it had land, it had a water tower, it had forest land. Clearly, it's next to water, so animal life was there. It had one entrance in, one entrance out, but you could still put. It had a lot of room in order for you to put whatever you want to put on there to make it a bunker or whatever the case may be. And they also had housing on there as well. And we did the math for, what was it, between 15 to 20 people? It was like
$7,000.
8,000.
$7,000.
Yeah, to buy it. And it was a small town. It just didn't make enough money in Alabama. And they shut down in Alabama.
I mean, that's just something to think about because even if I can find, like I found 300 acres in Tennessee, you got to build structures, you got to build infrastructure with housing and everything. It's not so easy, you know? And everybody talks like, oh yeah, I'm ready. No, you're not. Because like when I went camping years ago, I wiped my ass with poison ivy. It was not fun.
Shit.
I mean, dude, I was young. I was a lot younger. I was in my teens, but I went out with my uncle, and dude, it was tough. He was like, "We have to catch our own food, otherwise." So I went over there, and man, you know what? I went out in the woods, and I came back, and I was like, man, that night I was like, man, I'm itchy, and then itchy turned into burn, and burn turned into a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves of 3.
That's why you think you're ready until you actually go out.
Yeah.
You know, until it actually happens and you go out and you realize what you're into. Because like if you get involved into even your driving and all of a sudden there's a ride around you, what do? You can't just pop off and start, shooting people. No, you gotta try to get out of there first. But sometimes you get in a bad situation and when shit hits the fan, like reality wise, I've seen it during hurricanes. Mm-hmm. Somebody will stab you for gas.
Sure.
And you would be like, for gas? Really? Like we're all waiting in line, but you got people just pulling up and they're rolling 5-6 people deep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are you going to do? Pull out your gun on them and say, hey, no, you gotta, it's a tough situation. And I've seen it because hurricanes happen all the time here.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's a whole nother world. People will fight for plywood. People will fight for gas. They'll fight for food. They'll fight for everything. And then when the power goes out, that's when the raiding happens. Like they know you don't have cameras, you don't have all the little goodies. And that's why if you're not set up for it, man, you're in for a big surprise.
Yeah.
Because they all team up.
Yeah, facts.
It's true.
Just Black Friday will tell you everything you need to know about what will happen if real circumstances happen. People fighting over laptops on Black Friday that were already expensive. They double charge it and then bring back to the price it might have been 3 weeks prior to Black Friday. People fighting over that stuff. So they fight over stuff like that. You can imagine. And then last year during the plague, people fighting over toilet paper didn't know what the toilet paper was for other than wiping their ass, but they fighting over it because somebody said toilet paper. It's like.
And see, that's sad, man, because like I said one time, they had a show that they had the repo men. They were waiting. They were sitting all around a Walmart waiting for Black Friday. They had like 5 or 6 trucks. Mm-hmm. One of them people opened them doors. They were just going in the parking lot picking up them repos.
Yep.
Man, you coming out there with 3 basketfuls, no vehicle.
Your car gone.
But being that Black Friday is going to be coming up, try to get a dehumidifier, right?
Yeah.
It makes water out of the air.
Yep. Exactly.
It's a water source. If it's on sale, get it.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Lead Farmer 73 or 74, he does a whole video on it, and I think that's priceless. That you could just plug a machine on, and it's cleaning your air, and at the same time giving you water. You
Makes
take
water.
the water and just run it through your water filtration system, whether it's your straw or your Berkey or whatever the case may be. It's water out of thin air. If that's not important, I don't know what is. Like, get some of those and eat them. Yeah. Because water eventually will run out. And if you can create it from the air, then it's a no-brainer on
All
that.
day.
Yeah, get that. Make sure that's a major part of your thing.
And always just train yourself to eat light.
Yeah.
To eat light, so you move light.
I'm sorry, bro. I eat heavy. I try to eat like I try to do the salad, man. That's why I told you got to do one of those on.
And I tell a lot of
the
people
vegan
too,
style.
I don't mess with salads. It's just condition yourself on what to eat. Spread yourself your meals out, and make sure you eat before 3 hours before you go to bed. Always.
Right. So your stomach's not digesting whatever you put in.
Yeah.
My problem is drinking, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Guns and Hookah.
Gunner Hookah got my back.
Yeah.
That's my wingman.
He said he's coming
all day.
When it bugs out.
You'd be amazed when you condition yourself that you'd be ready to fight or flight, and when you relax, then you can come back to that bottle. But when you're in that mindset, that's not nothing really needed until later on.
Right.
And that's military, status. I mean, you check yourself, and you understand that now. Things that you have to worry about is food.
Right.
That is, that's
food and water.
Yeah.
But I know a couple alcoholics that they do amazing work when they're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
They're so efficient, it's not funny. And when they're not drinking, it's a hot mess. I don't know what to call that, but
Carmen, I'm gonna let you talk to my girlfriend about that, because she thinks like when I drink, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
But I put my hands on everything when I'm drinking. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I tackle it. And it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still tackling it because I made them. That's my word. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, drinking and smoking. Well, I can't talk about 420. But a lot of painters made phenomenal artwork when they're on 420.
Right. Yeah. So, I'm not one to say don't have that. I think you should have it. Red wine is great for the heart. Bug out situations, if you have, heart conditions, and just to keep everybody calm, that's great to have. Brandy is great to have, especially if you have a colicky baby. I'm going from old school. Don't do that if you have children. You do what you do. I'm just talking about what my granny did with me, and it worked. Some of those old school methods with alcohol. Alcohol is great. It's used for so many different things. You can disinfect. You can use it as a mouthwash. You can use it as a bug repellent. You can use it for so many different. You can use it to make a weapon.
Yeah.
The cocktail thing, right? Alcohol is a great bug out item to have. Whiskey is a great item to have. You can clean your guns up. Is it clean your guns with whiskey? I think that is correct. I'll come back on that one, but there's so many things that you can do with alcohol besides just drink it, that you should have it as part of your, bug out materials.
Yeah, when you got to do that surgery, you give them a little
painkillers, right? Mm-hmm.
Drink up. It's gonna hurt. Just suck it up.
It's good for toothaches. It's like it has so many use. Yeah.
Yeah, when they're teething, babies are teething, you put a little
sleep.
They used to put a little bit of brandy in their milk, and that was it. The baby was out for a little while. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now we went to drinking, from the gas mask to the drinking.
It's all part of survival, man. It's all part of survival.
A good thing for whatever. Oh, my flat family, that's cool. A good thing for a water source and a bug out is a piece of clear plastic over a container with a rock or stone in the middle, sitting in direct sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also a good method to know. You know, if you're out someplace and you just don't have your comforts of bugging it at home.
Something good to know.
Yeah. Hopefully we never have to use these things, but you know what? I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. I don't want to be the person waiting in line, like I said, for hurricanes. I see the people waiting in line. I'm like, why wouldn't you just get a water filtration system at home instead of waiting in line fighting for water? Toilet paper. I was like, just everybody get a duvet or whatever it's called, duvet.
Right.
I mean, I bought those portable ones on Amazon that you just put over the existing toilet.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Baby wipes.
I mean, it sounds a little fruity, but it is what it is.
It is, right?
It did the job.
Yeah.
So,
It was funny as hell during COVID with toilet paper. I was laughing.
That was one thing I was, man, I would have never been prepared for that.
You
I
know
was
what?
laughing my
Tripped me
ass
out.
off, man.
Looking at the meat source and the shortage, man, and people just sitting over there looking like it's going.
You know the crazy joint.
You're like, wow.
Yeah. The crazy ones on the plague is, you know what wasn't in shortage? What was plentiful? Fruits and vegetables.
fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Plentiful. Meats
Yeah,
were
can't go
gone,
wrong.
salts, snacks, all that stuff was like
Milk.
minimum to gone, right?
Yeah.
But there was a ton of fruits and vegetables. The stuff that you need,
Right.
Right.
that you could eat. A lot of it does have a nutritional value, some don't,
Yeah.
but it was plentiful, right?
Yeah.
Breads, plenty.
Yeah.
But everything else, meats were gone. Toilet paper, paper towel. And the thing was funny about toilet paper was I laugh when I would go. I'd sometimes go just to see what was there and what people were taking. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, I had look at. I said, man, I had a ton of cleaning supplies. I had bleach. I had enough hand sanitizer. But I would go in there and catch it. If it was there, I would grab it. Why not?
Yeah.
But it was like no
Right.
need for it.
Right.
And then as far as meats and stuff, I had fridges full of meat, freezers full of meat, and then toilet paper. I had like shit. I had like 130 rolls of toilet paper, man. So
You was ready.
I had plenty of ass paper, so I wasn't worried about, you know. And it's like one of those things. If you see it, sure, and then grab it, but
Right.
be in a position to where it's not a need. You just like,
Yeah.
okay, it's there. Why not? Right? If you're in a position where you could go and get supplies when you don't need it, then do it, because you could always load up. There's no such thing as too much.
Mm-hmm.
So
Look at now. When you go, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, go. I'm sorry. It was not.
No, I'm sorry. I was just about to say, if you go shopping now, they limit you on what you can buy now on certain items. You can only take 2 or 1 because that's a sign something's going to happen. Or they're going to shut down something, or maybe they're not getting enough supply in because your regular food items that you normally get the name brand, you're not even getting that. You're getting some off brand because they can't get those brands in. So you got to pay attention when you go into the stores. Like, look at the different brands that they're putting out. The shelves aren't even full. They're just pushing stuff to the front to make it look full. And yeah.
Yeah, Lysol, plenty of that. Plenty of Clorox wipes.
Yeah, get bleach. Get bleach in any kind of form. They have bleach in powdered form. The liquid. Just get it, and
baking soda.
Yeah, baking
Get a
soda.
lot of baking soda. Baking soda is good for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything from your teeth to. I mean, you can even use it on your hair if you need to. If you don't feel good, you can take baking soda instead of if your stomach's upset.
Yeah.
Man, everything. And peppermint seeds if you can get them.
Yeah, peppermint seeds. Dawn dishwashing powder. Soap powder is really good for anything. You can use it on your animals if you have animals and you can't get to the stores to give them a bath. It's good for just taking grease out of anything. So if you have something that's just jacked up with grease, that's good. You can use it to wash your hair. You can do it. It's good for so many different uses. Dawn.
And vinegar too.
Vinegar,
Vinegar is
definitely
great,
vinegar.
yes.
Apple cider vinegar, was
Gotta have.
huge.
That's how I knew I lost my sense of smell when I had COVID.
Mhm.
First thing I did is grab a bottle of whiskey and I smelled it and I'm like, oh shit. Then I grabbed a bottle of vinegar. I smelled it. I'm like, definitely got COVID.
Oh, yeah, if you can't smell that shit.
Wow, you can't smell those two. That's
Oh, I smelled it so close. I thought my nose hairs were falling out inside of the container
Oh my gosh.
because I was all up in there and I'm like, man, I can't smell anything.
Took a stay in there. What up?
Hi, Tech. What's
But
going
yeah,
on?
and the funny thing is, right?
Bleach
A
vinegar.
lot of stuff people take for granted because some of that stuff, the essential stuff that we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
pre-plague, it was collecting dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much.
You know what I mean?
Something as small as yeast to make bread. If you can make bread, you can eat. Bread goes with anything.
And it's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's always good to just load up. You know, before I used to be like, man, why do people got all this stuff in their house? They got shelves full of stuff everywhere. And now people are like, man, I'm glad I kind of got into it. I wasn't super prepared, but I was more prepared than most. And I rode this plague out because I had enough stuff to get me through. And then when I did go, I didn't, I went when I didn't need it, and it was available, and I would get what I can and enroll. There was no fighting. If somebody grabbed it before me, I didn't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
I already got it, so I was just trying to being greedy, getting a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't gonna fight you. I wasn't gonna risk getting stabbed or shot for some damn, something that I know for a fact that this person is probably going to regret buying after it subsides with the minor when it subsided a little bit with COVID. Right. People probably now wishing they didn't buy half the stuff they got. I'm like, shoot, I'm not, because this stuff was before the play. So, it's just now, whatever. So you see it, especially with guns. How many guns out there on consignment right now? Mm-hmm. A lot of guns on consignment right now because people got scared. You don't want to panic buy nothing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then you go to the gun shows and look at these people, and you can tell they panic bought because you look at that table and be like, dude, you have one weapon, like the table's full, and not 4 or 5 that can handle a 9mm. You got all different types you don't have no ammo. And that's how it was today at the gun show.
Wow. $2 is something really good in case anybody wants to check that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fall truck stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get what you can, man.
Yeah, get it. Flour.
I used to buy like military used military pallets. Mm-hmm. The problem is nobody bought it. Years ago, I would buy a whole pallet, and I'm like, man, what the hell do I do with all this stuff? So I would take what I needed, but nobody wanted to buy the extra stuff, and I'm like,
oh, government liquidators.
Yeah, nobody bought anything. I wish I had a warehouse where I could put everything there, because then when COVID hit, everybody would have bought everything.
You would have made a killing.
Yeah,
everything. Well, I mean, I would pay like $1,000 for a pallet, and I'm talking about like the night vision goggles I got was in that pallet for $1,000, and it was probably worth about $3,000, let's say $2-3 grand,
if not more. Yeah.
But nobody wanted to buy anything, so I had to like sell it for nothing. But that's why like now that Halloween's coming up, everybody has to hit OfferUp, Mercari, and eBay, buy their gas masks, ghillie suits, everything that you need tactical wise, because at least in my area, people want to go to all these little Halloween costume parties, and they want to be legit. Oh, I'm gonna buy a real hazmat suit. They'll spend $300-500 on a hazmat suit, and then they got to sell it. And I'm like, I'll give you $50. They're like, oh no, I want 150. Nope, I'll give you $50, and they'll sell it. That's how I got all my gas masks.
Oh wow!
I mean, I legit probably have. Yeah. Next to me now, I got 6, but overall for the whole family, I have 15 gas masks for everything.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah. Now I still need to get to that level that Carbon Q has, the Doher gas masks. Mine are not at that level, because those are $250 gas masks. Yeah. But the regular ones, like, they'll sell them for like $20-30
those
all day.
M17s and stuff like that. Yeah, some of the older ones.
There's Israeli ones. Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what,
I mean, I bought the BK 450 filters for $10 a pop.
Oh wow,
I
you found
wish.
the filters?
That's awesome.
Because they had them, they bought, whatever, and I was like, well, what are you guys gonna do with them? Oh, we just use them for, Halloween props. But then, I mean, they legit just put them for Halloween props, like at the Halloween party, like so everybody can grab one if they wanted to make it official.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
They didn't grab them. I'm like, I'll take all 12, thank you.
That was a steal, man.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
And even the ghillie suits. I mean, I bought ghillie suits for $20 that were worth like $100.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, Halloween, anything that you can think of, tactical, gas mask, riot gear. I got riot gear too. I can go grab it, but riot gear. And then even the actual helmets, the Kevlar helmets, I paid $75 for an official helmet. And Ben Shooting and Gun and Hookah can probably verify it. If I bring it out, you can look at it and be like,
Oh yeah.
you paid $75 for that all day.
Nice.
Got to do it now, but you got to look on, like I said, OfferUp, Mercari, and eBay.
Yeah.
Don't look on Amazon because Amazon's weird.
Yeah. You get some wish items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't shop on Amazon.
Yeah. How many have their ham radios?
I still gotta get me. I got radios. I gotta get me a ham though.
Oh, okay.
I have regular radios, but I don't have any ham. I don't have a ham radio yet, which
Okay.
I need to stop playing. But I do have regular. I have radios. Yeah.
I was gonna ask $2 because $2 a truck driver. The radios they use,
Mhm.
CDs?
I think they're like
CDs.
$200 to $300. The $200-$300 ones. That's what you want too.
Mhm. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. And those tenor things,
The whip
CB
antenna,
handheld.
stuff like that.
yeah.
It's the CB handheld one here.
Oh, nice. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because Ben Shooting got that bag.
Yeah.
Ben Shooting's ready, boy.
Got to. You have to, man. Sometimes I sit back and look at the bags and I'll be like, okay, I have my EDC bag. That's my get home bag /
Mhm.
bug in, can converse to bug out. And you're sitting here and like, okay, what all do I really need? And I sit down and take my bags out and say, okay, if I lighten this down the road, will I need this? And so what I do, I convert my survival bag with my medical bag.
Mm-hmm.
And that will compensate what I need to put on my vest. And when I have my vest on, I can adapt and put on my stuff that I need. Because like my main bag is not Molly. My EDC is a little hunter's bag I grabbed from Walmart. But when stuff hit the fan, my regular bag, it looks just like a regular backpack.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. Another thing that you should have if you're going to bug in are great tools. A good hammer.
Oh yeah, you got.
You got to have tools. Because if you got to board up your windows, you're going to need nails. Definitely something you want inside your house.
You got to get the Tapcon. You got to get those Tapcons. You got to get. I mean, you got to be ready.
Yeah.
I told you I watched The Purge, and after I watched The Purge, I'm like, man, I'm not ready. Like that's when I started buying the spike strips. You know, the police spike strips that you put out, and a couple other things. So I'm like,
getting in, but you ain't getting out.
my girl was like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, man, I got to be ready. People drive up, flat tires coming in, perimeter setup.
Yeah, it's crazy. You gotta have good, just have tools. Just even stuff like if your faucet, breaks or whatever, have the washer, have the whatever it is that you need to, or it gets clogged up. Have those items in your house so that you can self-maintain. If stuff hits the fan, you can still do it on your own. Maintain. You never know. I don't know. It's like so much to prepping. It's always something else. It's just
always. Listen, always. I walk in a store. I'm like, man, I need this, and this, and then here I go. $100 later. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that.
No, but you know what?
But I'm like, oh, it's good. I need this. I need that. I need always something.
And what's so funny though, man, I look at some of the stuff. I said, I got this in 2010. I got this in 07.
Yeah.
Then then you look at the price now, and when you got it, you're like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's good to have it.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to open your door to anybody, because when like you're prepping, and there's a lot of people that's not prepping, they're going to be very dangerous individuals.
Yeah.
Securing your home is going to be a big deal from the inside. So you need those tools. You need those nails. You're going to need board. You're going to need so much stuff, unless you're going to use your furniture to block the windows or whatever the case may be. But even cooking, you have to do that discreetly, because a hungry person, they'll smell something from a very
those savages, boy.
Yeah, and they're going to come because they're hungry, or their kids are hungry.
After I saw Black Rambo's thing that they unlocked all those locks, I told my parents, I was like, see, this is why you can't have certain locks. You got to have that bolt lock that's only internal, not external. You can't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that secondary slab on the back of it's facing inside the house.
Yeah. Especially if you have multiple entrances to your house. You have a back door, a garage, then the front door. You got to secure all those things. You never know who's trying to get in from what point. And with those garages, you can buy that universal garage opener.
All day.
Open, right?
I had a client that they didn't have the garage door opener, so I bought him a universal one, and I kept playing with it, and I found it within like not even 10 attempts. Boom, hit it. I'm like, here you go. Now you got it. So if you can walk around and set the settings and walk around and just keep hitting the garages, you open it up, because people don't lock their garage doors internally.
Yeah. And if you buy stuff, don't bring it through the front door. I know most people that have a back door and a driveway, they probably go through the back door, use the back door to bring their stuff in, just to not allow your neighbors to see what you have coming in the house. Yep. So when stuff does hit the fan, they're still at odds. And even when stuff hit the fan, you still have to play the role like you don't have anything. Like, you gotta be skinny and you still the same way. They're gonna be like, something's up with this house right here. Like,
that's why my family, I think he said that he did. He doesn't take out the boxes. When you buy a big screen TV, don't take it out back.
Don't
cut it up.
Cut it up. You're gonna have to black your windows out.
Oh yeah,
crazy, because people will come and look inside your house.
Man.
Yeah, using lights.
Curtains.
Yeah.
All that stuff, man.
If there's no, if the grid is down and there's no electricity, and you have a generator running and you got lights on, that people are going to attract to that. Like, how is that?
Oh yeah, panicking, man. You see so much panicking, and look at so many videos how people grab weapons and don't know how to load them or chamber around. You like, really?
Yeah.
They're not prepared. Yep. That's scary.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It would be so much better. Like, you used to have block associations. Like, each block, I don't know if you guys had it in your area, but if each block got together and everybody just had, had like a meetup, and this is what we all need to have, you won't have, when shit hits the fan, you won't have that problem. Everybody's prepared. The entire neighborhood is ready for whatever it is, and they can self-maintain. But when you just have it sporadically, just people doing it here, there, and everywhere, that's, you are now going to become the target because you are prepared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to go out there and act crazy like the rest of them for a little while. Be like, oh my God, the sky's falling. And then go back into your house and just fall back. But if they don't see you come outside, if they don't see you not panicking, they're going to know something is up.
I got a survival question. I noticed I've started buying ammo and magazines before I get the weapon. How many have done that?
I have on a couple of them.
All day.
And especially if you got you got the weapon on the way, firearm on the way, then of course, especially now.
Yeah,
you're gonna need it now. I mean, prior to mag dump, I was doing all that mag dumping, so I used to do a lot of mag dumping because back I want to say 2014 time frame. Clown me because I'd show my little bit of ammo and people like, man, that's rookie numbers. So I just went stupid, and every time I went to a shooting event, I'd buy a ton of ammo. I would go to gun shows, and I got told about bulk buying online. my peak, I was at 100,000 rounds of ammo in my peak. And then I was, all because doing that stupid mag dumping on stuff. I'm not 100,000 now. I'm closer to like 40. But
Right.
Oh yeah, you still survival already.
I can still do that. And the biggest thing is get the ammo that you for the guns you plan on using, right?
Right.
Like 12 gauge. For me, it's 12 gauge, 7.62 by 3.9, and 9mm. Those are the three that I have a ton of, and 22 long. Those four are I got a ton of it. Everything else I may have in like some of my long range stuff, like 8mm. I may have 500-600 rounds of that or whatever. 308, about a couple thousand, stuff like that, because that's for like hunting stuff like that. I have to. But for straight defense, 3,000 rounds, several thousand rounds here, 10,000 rounds, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely get up on that ammo as much as you can.
Yeah. I didn't want to buy any new guns. I wanted to buy ammo for the 4 that I have and make sure that I had enough for those first before I even thought about buying anything else. But AAF made a good point. He said buy other calibers to trade if they're fine. Yeah, definitely. That's a good point.
The problem is moving everything. So you have all the ammo, all these artillery. You got to be able to move it if you have to.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, I mean, I know times are a little bit tougher now than they used to be, but if you can get yourself a enclosed trailer, you got to put it, even if you have a car, you can still get a tow hitch and put a small trailer, and you got to be able to just bring it somewhere else, because you can't bug in the whole time. Like, yeah, you could bug in for a week, 2 weeks, but what happens after that? Now you're gonna have the savages coming in after you, and you gotta get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
22 long is definitely.
So you may have a medical emergency where you have to get, like, let's talk about it. What if somebody passes away in your bug out situation? You can't leave that body in the house. You're gonna have to get that body out.
I'm gonna dig a hole in the back and say my prayers and look, man.
Yeah.
Their soul's already gone. My belief, my religion is their soul's already gone. Yeah. So at that point, I'll try to bury you properly,
right,
and then just move on, because otherwise, like, we're trying to survive our life here. Yeah. Our next life is gonna be different, but just got to move on.
But if your body is like virus infected, I'm not burying you in my backyard. I'm gonna have to take you someplace else.
You might have to burn them.
Funny, I don't know why I do that, but I'm just.
You might have to burn them.
Yeah, exactly. But where you burning them at?
But when you burn them, it's gonna send up smoke.
Right. So you have to do that away from your house. You're gonna have to leave it, like you were saying. At some point, for some reason, you're gonna have to leave your house, and whatever it may be.
I mean, it's a tough thing, but you gotta tell your family though what you want.
Yeah.
Because
reality. Don't die.
I would tell my family, look, I'm already down. I already went to the next level. I'm already trying to, sit in front of the gates and ask for forgiveness and let me come through. But let me be. You guys got to move on. But it brings me back to the point. What about all the stuff I gather? What about all the gas masks I have? What about all the food? What about all the ammo? Who's gonna access it?
Yeah.
Because that's just a waste. I spent all these years building up a prepping for myself and others to survive. But let's say I'm the first one to go out of the whole thing. I'm the front line because something pops off and I'm the one that went out first and I got taken out. Well, what about all the stuff I left behind? Does anybody know where they're at? Does anybody know the locations where certain things are buried to go dig it up? Anybody know anything?
Yeah.
Manuals?
Yeah.
You have to sit down with the people and saying, okay, if I go, this person's going to be here to take care of this. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want everybody here saying, well, he would have done this. I know I'm better than you do. You know I'm better than them. No, we're going to sit down and have this little meeting.
Yep. And here's the thing, too, that we got to also bear in mind. The mental is definitely a very strong tool that you have to maintain because not everybody's going to be saved. I know that we're going to want to save everybody, But you got to keep it, bear in mind that there are going to be some people that are going to hold you back because they're just not going to be prepared. They're going to be too scared. You can only talk them but so much, but eventually you got to make the decision, say, well, leave them with yourself and be like, good luck.
Yeah.
I'm out. You know, if you got a ride, you might have to leave them back with a few items and hope, wish the best, and have that set in your heart and in your mind that this person probably ain't going to make it. Mm-hmm. And you say that prayer now.
Yeah, right. You got to. Asset and liability.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so I keep that in mind that you can't save everyone.
Yeah.
You can't. You know?
Yeah.
So
that's
a hard part that people are going to have a hard time swallowing. That's going to be the hardest part about it, knowing that not everybody going to make it. That you can't. Because some people either A, aren't going to be prepared, or B, aren't willing. And those are the worst, the ones who aren't willing to do it.
Yeah.
You know, they think you're playing around when you have these meetings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they think that you joking, oh, you crazy. And then when crazy happens, they scared shitless because they weren't prepared mentally.
Mm-hmm.
My fly family. Excellent.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Look.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. See, the thing is, too, right? I'm a gun guy. I'm a collector.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of guns, and I know which guns are specifically for defense.
Mm-hmm.
Guns that I would definitely take if I got to ride out, and guns I just simply have as toys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I know how to shoot every last one of them. And if I'm in a circumstance where I have to grab that one, it's going to suck for you on the business end of it. Right? And I say, anybody who got family in the house, get guns you know that they can handle, nigga. So that's definitely a good point that my fly family said. If you got people in your house, get guns that they can shoot. Like, you know, AR, as much as I rag on the AR, it's probably one of the most user-friendly firearms out there. It's a pain in the ass you got to maintain all the time, but it is easy to maintain. Right? So it's very easy to handle. So that's one of the ones you get. Just simple guns that you know that people can use, you know.
The AK. Yeah. The AK, to me, the AK is the shit hits the fan. I told him, I was like, look, the AK is the most reliable one because my dad, being in the military for so many years, he was like, dude, we buried those guns because the Russians were taking us over and we had no chance of survival. So we just buried all our guns and ran as fast as we could. Wow. And he's like, we came back a year later and they still ran.
Wow.
They all ran. So I go based upon like the military guys that I know outside of my dad, like other military people I talk to, I'm like, well, you know, ARs are nice, but man, the ARs, like, they're very, very finicky. You got to make sure they're
high maintenance. My go-to gun, I say people because it's more user-friendly. But
right.
As far as durability, AK platform, and me, I'm personally SKS. That is the best, in my opinion, the best battle rifle because it's robust. Number one. Number two, it ain't gonna jam. And number three, if you run out of ammo, you got that giant wood stock and that bayonet.
Right.
You can go to work with those, right? And
that's why I tell people Glocks too. People hate Glocks. But man, if something happens, you can find Glock parts, ammo, magazines everywhere. Yeah. All the cops use Glocks.
Oh yeah.
Damn, my neighbors are having a party over here. You hear? Good Lord.
Okay. So we hit it.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but the longer range, I can reach out and touch you further with the AK. An AK can hit you all day.
Within 300 yards, that AK is deadly.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually,
with an AK.
Because the M14, I know I've seen them M14s reach out there.
Oh yeah, those two, you can stretch them 500 yards, right?
Yeah.
But if you want something that's got some punch within 300 yards, because most of your threat ain't gonna be 500 yards.
No.
And if they a threat for 500 yards away, you can guarantee that the only way they're a threat is they can shoot you back at that dude.
Yeah.
Your immediate threat is within 3 to 7 meters.
Yeah.
They getting it in over there.
Yeah, they joining. All right. We done hit our limit, y'all. Thank everybody, and
Thank you for coming through.
Del Rey
Yo.
Dan.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, thanks so
Well,
much. Appreciate it. Done. Thank you.
Sun's going down over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody in the chat,
first.
thanks so much for hanging out, coming
Yeah,
through.
Thank y'all.
She's
Get ready.
shenanigans
Oh,
And don't forget to
Sorry.
hit the like before you leave.
postponed till tomorrow at 6:30.
Okay, tomorrow 6:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 6:30.
All right, we'll
I
be
got
there.
400 subscribers, so I may do a quick live on.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, Gun and Hooker, you got to be at a 1K, bro, all day.
Shoot, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Hey, all we can do is
what is
keep it
tomorrow?
moving.
Sunday, tomorrow?
Yeah, so tomorrow 6:30, She Shenanigans. Just like and subscribe. It's gonna be from the Shisha Shenanigans page, but I might do something like real quick on my joint. I know we got Juice and Gershon doing the for the truck drivers, commercial drivers out there.
Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, you can jump over. I'm actually gonna set a joint up. I'm just gonna talk a little trash on Gun and Hookah for maybe 20-30 minutes. Come through and say what's up. Like and subscribe, hit that whatchamacallit. You should see that bell, boom, and come on over, man.
Thank you, Del Rey Dan.
Hookah and a drink, huh?
Thank you, Del Rey Dan, for coming in.
Yeah,
Oh, you're welcome, man. Listen,
you got to come back.
I am so sorry. I could not get in for like an hour. They were blocking me.
All good.
Man,
Okay.
All good.
Hey, big brother don't like me. It's part of it is what it is.
It is what
Hey,
it
man,
is.
shoot.
We're heading on out of here, though. Y'all have a good one.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Salud.
Bye. Be safe.
Peace.
Bye.